In a blink, the sly fox flicks his paw splash. The squirrel tumbles into the river, startled, unaware it was pushed. The fox grins, imagining the applause that isn't coming yet. A deer peeks from behind a tree, and a small bird perches nearby, hearing the sudden splash. Curious, they edge closer, eager to see what's happening. Something dramatic seems to be unfolding in the forest. With a daring leap, the fox scoops the soaked squirrel into his paws. Dripping but triumphant, he stands proudly, as a curious deer and a small bird watch from nearby, unaware of the mischief that started it all. The squirrel perches on a sunlit rock, doubtful. The fox stands proud nearby, imagining cheers that haven't come yet. A small smile curls on his face. He had watched the humans from the nearby village create their own drama to go viral, so he pushed the squirrel and played the hero. The deer whispers the story. The small yellow bird carries it farther. Soon, even the bear, the tiger, and the elephant are listening. After the first fake rescue, he wanted more. So he placed the log at the top of the hill and waited. When the rabbit arrived, he sent it rolling and leapt in to save him. He sent the danger rolling, then held the rabbit like a hero. When the rabbit was saved, the forest saw proof. Their hero had done it again. Next, the fox dug a deep pit to create his next heroic moment. Then he tried to hide the pit with dry leaves and thin branches. Soon, a young deer stepped forward. The ground gave way beneath him. The deer cried for help. The fox rushed over and tried to pull him out. With effort, the fox pulled the deer to safety. Standing tall, the fox received the lion's praise as the animals gathered around him. That evening, after the lion's praise, the rescued animals gathered quietly. The squirrel spoke first. How does the fox always arrive at the right moment? The squirrel remembered the day he fell into the water. It no longer felt like an accident. He and the owl decided to watch the fox carefully. Next, the fox wanted everyone to know him and respect him like the king. So, he planned a small forest fire. The fox found a small clearing, a little away from the stream, and planned how he would start the fire while keeping an escape route in mind. Early the next morning, the fox slipped to the forest guard's hut and stole a matchbox left outside. Hidden in the trees, the squirrel and the owl watched silently. As evening approached, the squirrel and the owl watched closely while the fox prepared his pile of dry leaves. From where he stood, the stream was close enough. He was certain he could stop the fire whenever he wished. With a confident smile, the fox struck the match and touched it to the dry leaves. The fox's small fire flickered to life, and the squirrel and owl watched silently, uneasy about what might happen next. Suddenly, the fire spread faster than the fox expected. He had overlooked the dry grass and leaves near the clearing. Seeing the flames, the owl screeched, and the squirrel froze in shock. The owl screeched above as the squirrel ran to inform more animals. The ones the owl had already gathered watched the fire, while the fox looked on, unsure what to do. All the animals worked together to put out the fire. The elephant sprayed water with its trunk, while others used leaves and branches to beat the flames. The fox froze in the middle of the chaos, realizing he was powerless to stop it. By morning, the fire was completely out, but the forest lay in ruins. The stream flowed quietly beside the burnt clearing, and the fox stood on a rock, staring at the destruction he had caused. The animals glared at him, angry and disappointed. They had realized he caused the fire and only rescued them to become viral. The fox lowered his head, feeling the weight of his mistake. Surrounded by the burnt forest, He realized how deeply he had lost the trust of the others. He had become viral, but not for the reason he ever wished. Alone in the burnt clearing, remorse weighed heavily on him as he faced the consequences of his actions. Even the forest's leaders avoided him. Alone in the burnt clearing, the fox wept. His story is a warning to all, including humans. Trying to become viral through dangerous acts or spreading fake stories brings only regret.